Next bout comes from Border City Wrestling and pits the future of the sport, Chris Sabin, against one of the biggest stars of the present, Sabu.
You're watching Border City Wrestling here on Pro Wrestling Superstars, past, present, future, and this is Chris Sabin versus Sabu, and look at the way this match begins, Manny T. I'm Brian the Guppy here, and already a plancha to the floor.
Guppy, absolutely right. I'm shocked the match already starting off with a high-risk move.
The suicidal, homicidal, genocidal, catching a taste of his own medicine by one of the biggest up-and-comers in wrestling, Chris Sabin, as he balances off handstand into a flying head scissors on the floor onto Sabu, Manny T.
Must have hurt already, right in the beginning of the match. We already have a couple of high-impact moves, and we have Sabu laid out across the floor.
Multiple-time champion in Extreme Championship Wrestling, Sabu, former World TV and of course tag team champions with multiple partners, and he is as well has participated in great matchups here in Border City Wrestling. More on BorderCityWrestling.com as Chris Sabin takes control of Sabu, and it's fantastic to see an up-and-comer face one of the guys that inspired him to be a high flyer as he takes a clothesline from Sabu.
Right there we saw the experience of Sabu. Nice leg drop.
Somersault leg drop into a cover, patent maneuver from Sabu as he goes to work on the arm, and that modified camel clutch loves to make wrestlers tap out. Sabu can hit you from any way, any style, high fly, loves to use chairs, especially the Arabian facebuster, his innovative maneuver.
And right here, I guess, deciding to work over Sabin a little more.
And clearly, this is a perfect example of a wrestler from the present having a match with a wrestler from the future here on PWS as Sabu just launches Chris Sabin to the outside.
Now here we go. This is where we are in Sabu's territory. You don't want to be out on the floor with this guy. Definitely one man who knows every trick in the book when it comes to wrestling outside of the ring.
Sabin into the guardrail. Terrific point on that. Sabu can hit you from any end. Sabin, as we just saw, the opening maneuver of the matchup was a great launch to the floor. Sabu grabbing that chair, loves to use different variations of the triple jump moonsault or triple jumps, anything, as we see right now, catching his balance, diving over the guardrail. Classic Sabu onto Chris Sabin.
Classic Sabu, like a cat. The agility of this guy's speed, nothing more dangerous than that, and look how nonchalant that is. Takes a sip of someone's water there on the floor. He's ready to rumble. You don't want to mess with this guy, Guppy.
Sabu feeling the effects in his ribs. BorderCityWrestling.com, of course, to learn more about superstars, merchandise, future shows, and other great things that Scott DeMorris provided for over 10 years in Border City Wrestling as the NWA TNA former X Division champion Chris Sabin gets back in the ring. Of course, he's a mainstay every Wednesday night, and he just stomps the hand of Sabu. A nice counter, chair to the hand, ducks a clothesline, beautiful Northern Light suplex with a spectacular bridge, and Sabu just musters his way out at the last second.
Absolutely right there, Guppy. And you know what? When you're a guy like Sabin, little less experienced, you go for any opening you have. That little hand stomp was very important. Small move, but had an impact.
Wow, look at that flapjack from the fireman's carry position into a single leg Boston Crab. Going to go to work on Sabu. Smart strategy perhaps. Take the high flyer's knee down, break an ankle perhaps, sprain an ankle, and maybe Sabu's offense will be cut drastically in half.
You know what? It's going to take a lot to wear Sabu down. Each and every scar that this guy has is from a battle and a half, a match and a half. Definitely one tough customer.
Big body slam from Chris Sabin. You're damn right. Sabu, the nephew of the original Sheik, a person we have seen here previously on Pro Wrestling Superstars, past, present, and future. Chris Sabin mounts to the top. Beautiful diving headbutt. No one home. Sabu moves out of the way at the last second. As I told you, the original Sheik's nephew, the veteran, the master that brought the table to the United States, and of course, innovating chair shots as we just saw in Chris Sabin.
Very, very nice. He telegraphed that maneuver, moved out of the way, and of course got his favorite toy out there.
There he goes, Air Sabu over the top rope. Sabin's chin just landed on that chair. Sabu lands to the concrete floor.
To add insult to injury, almost giving himself a jawbreaker on the chair there, Guppy.
Sabu with a cover. Sabin, the young wrestler, knows where he is at all times. That's the one thing about Chris Sabin. At this point, we're wrestling about 2 years, and it's like he's a veteran. Got his foot on the rope, and there it is. Triple jump moonsault. Almost nailed him in the ribs. Referee with only a 2 count. Somehow Sabin kicks out of the triple jump moonsault.
Full impact across the chest. I thought he had him there.
And here we go. There's that camel clutch. We're going to have a tap on, I bet you, at any moment. This is one of his finishing maneuvers. And wait a second. He chooses not to. He just stomps and puts that chair away. Sabu mounting to the top, perhaps, to the second rope here. He's climbing that ladder, but Sabin cuts him off, fires off with a right hand or two, and counters that maneuver real quick. We could have saw the Arabian facebuster there, Manny.
You know, this could be dangerous for both people.
Sabin
I spoke too soon.
Just got hit. There it is. Arabian facebuster. Nailed him on his back. Not so much on his face. Right into that modified camel clutch. Patent maneuver from Sabu. And Sabin taps here on PWS.